Hello, good morning, good afternoon. I am here today, up here with the 3D printer, some music stuff, upstairs where the AC is, where it's nice and warm. I'm here today to change my strings on my double bass for the first time. I got these, they're not technically my property, but they're mine now. They're whatever all of this means, orchestra, medium, blah. And these strings, I've had this bass for at least, I've had it for 4 years, and I doubt these strings were changed out anywhere close to before that. So they're quite ready for a new run. Some stuff that definitely needs to be fixed up in the box and stuff. I've got everything set, tuner, graphite, clips, a rag, some music if I get bored, and a cat to keep me company. Part of the song is just most of these I know on bass guitar, and not very well on double bass. Like the next one, we've been doing the tank, exclamation mark, by the seat belts from the Cowboy Bebop show, and I'm doing it on bass guitar, but I think I know it on this. It goes... actually have the lights on now, and this is what I have. It's on the floor, nice and cushioned. I'm gonna start with the E string, the lower string. I'm not sure that's what you're supposed to do, but actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna, yeah. Would you look at that? Well, I think it's supposed to do that. Gosh, that looks so weird. That's probably what it does. There we go. One string. So I've just raised my bass up so it's not on the scroll at all. It wasn't really before, but now it's most certainly not. And I've just been wiping down the bridge and stuff, getting gunk off it. I'm gonna get all the pencil lead, redo that, redo it here, and just clean up all the dust in there. And I'll do that whenever each time I do a string. This is the old string. It has a piece of felt which I won't be reusing. The new string didn't come with a piece of felt, but I'm just going to ignore it. This is the new E string. Cool red, goes with how red my bass is. It's quite red. The camera kind of shows it looks a bit more brown on camera. But like, yeah, it's a nice color. Whole bunch of gunks come off. I'm gonna prefer to not use anything like isopropyl alcohol or tissues right now because that always ends badly and it's just unnecessary. I've just been using a bit of friction to get it off. You're supposed to, well, it's preferred to put these through the top so you don't have to thread the whole thing through, but this is, if I passed kindergarten, that's not going to fit, so I'll be back once I've put it all the way through. Actually, first, graphite. We need graphite. Got a mechanical pencil here. I'll just take the metal part up. There. And if this could please focus, be nice. Actually, I might need to have a look at this. It's a bit hard to hold a camera and do this. And I'll also do that for the night. Actually, I'll just get back to you. Photo frames are a lie. They're just foam. They're not wood. It's been lies the whole time. What? I'll just stab myself. So I have graphite there and quite a bit there. Oh, it's shiny. Don't worry, I'm not scratching anything. This mechanical pencil does have a sheath, but I'm just pulling it back. And is the logic that mechanical pencil lead is more high quality than normal lead? Is that accurate? How can one graphite be better than another graphite? It's the same thing. Yoink. I've forgotten about the felt because this tail piece is already stuffed to begin with, and it's not really necessary. Try not to scratch everything. Oop. And Buckaroo Holiday. Alright, so that's in there. And I will take it, put it along here. Whoa, it's so much shinier. Look at it. And then, yeah, I guess I'll thread it through here and show you when I'm done. Really hope I'm doing this right, but I've got it twirled up in there and I'm gonna start winding it. It's actually starting to make a noise. Let's do it. It's around the right way, I checked. Whoa. It already seems louder. I love the red. Oh, it sounds gritty. That's basically me. Wow. What I'm gonna do is fix the bridge, because as you can see, it does not line up in the slightest. So I'm gonna quickly do that, and then we're gonna test the first string. Well, that's good now, it's all reset, but what I have noticed is this, which I'm guessing was like this before because I'm not sure how the hell that would happen, but I do want to fix it, so I'm going to find out how. Well, that went horribly. As you can see, it is now in the correct position, and also my sound post has fallen. So now I have to figure out how to, first of all, pick it up and then move it into the correct position, which is hard to do safely. Alright, it is literally an hour and a half, maybe like 2 hours later, I don't know. I think it's like an hour and 40 minutes or something. So basically I'll run through all of it. So I put the E string on, and then I noticed that the bridge was a bit wonky, and I decided to fix it there and then. And then I noticed that this piece, it must have happened like recently, because I swear I would have noticed it. These wires were on this side, and you can see where the wear is. Oh. But they had actually been there maybe for a little bit of time, but I would have noticed that if it was like a very long amount of time. So that was over. So I loosened everything up and moved it, hoping that the sound post wouldn't fall, and then it fell. So I spent like an hour just trying to get it out of the double bass, and the double bass ended up upside down. I had this wire, and I have very carefully made many iterations of things like this, little clamping tools. One of them's in there right now, which I eventually used. I basically tied it to the sound post, fed it in, and then moved it with my finger until it was kind of like all aligned, and then used that as a final little adjuster. So now it should be in the right place. I made sure I was very careful not to scratch it, though that wouldn't really be noticeable on this bass. But now it is in the correct position. I know because I tightened everything up, it's now in the correct tuning. Might be a bit out of tune. Yeah, and it actually sounds a lot better now that everything's set up normally. And now I just need to get these strange Victorian hospital contraptions out. So there you go. If you ever need to get your sound post back in, don't go buy a sound post tool, just make yourself one of these. This started as a clamp, and it was like one where they're like, the ends are swapped over each other, so you push it and it opens, and then you let go and it will close. And there's a very trick when you're making it, you have to make sure they're spread out as possible so that when they go in they have the most tension, the little tongs. And then what I ended up doing just now, so I had it as tongs to get it out of the bass, and then what I did just now is I had it sort of clamped on like that, and then this was all tied just to tension it closed. This can kind of like slide over things, it's still bendy like that. And so I just had it munched onto the thing, and I had it using this for a suspender in the air, so it wasn't going to fall. Then I could manipulate it with my hands and other little bits of wire. So that's really cool. I'll be keeping this. Yeah, like 40-60 bucks, well saved. If you ever need yourself to do that, Just watch out for scratching your bass, I guess, because it's metal wire. Wouldn't want to like really be rough. On to the next strings. Gosh, this is a very strange interlude. This is the winding for my first string. I think it looks pretty good, it's all correct. Now on to the rest of this monstrosity, which I didn't do, by the way, not my fault. You can see everything else I tried to use. Had these, trying to use them as a stick, not a good idea. Could have easily scratched the bass with this, so don't use that. It was helpful, I think, at some point to have something to like grip onto, but again, this could absolutely destroy wood. So really shouldn't use something that hard. And I did use chopsticks at one point to poke around at the thing inside. These came in kind of handy, but then it was more about just having the clamp to hold it in the air, and then I could just like put my noodly little fingers inside and get into the right spot. When I was positioning it, I mainly tried to have it at an angle going like that, so like that, and so I positioned the bottom first, and then I put it at the bottom, stuck it down with the clamp so it was like friction, and then slowly wedged this across the top with all of these loose, of course, so it wouldn't actually like ruin anything, but just like and then, well, it didn't make that sound, it wasn't that bad. And then once it was kind of straight, I tightened stuff more, did some maneuvering, tightened it more, did some maneuvering. And what's good is because like the dowel has to have an angle like that and like that. It kind of just rolled into position on its own. I didn't have to do much. And so the correct placement is right under here. It's quite easy to feel, like you can feel where it is. It would be right, it would start around here and end here, so it's right in the middle, and then going straight down. Mine has a convenient piece of wood. Can't really get that on camera. Yeah. And it's quite easy to see if it's straight. You just have to look. It's straight from that angle, and then from another angle it's also straight. That means it's straight. Anyways, I'll have a time lapse now for the rest of the strings. Hope nothing explodes.